Welcome everybody to No BS. This is a new podcast that we're starting, and we're just going to discuss various sports topics. I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Siraj.
What's up, guys? My name is David. I'm a huge NFL fan, NBA fan, and I just want to talk some sports with my bros.
My name is Max. I'm a huge everything.
I would like to make a correction. My name's not Siraj. It's Zonder.
Zonder, dude.
I'm Alex.
Get off the stage. All right, Max.
What are we going to talk about today, Max?
Max, tell us what we're going to talk about, please.
Today we are going to be recapping the division round and making predictions for the conference round. But first, we are going to be playing a fantasy football stat line game. Woo! All right, so here's how it's going to go.
Come on, pump
Let's
the
go,
crowd.
audience.
Come on.
So I'm going to give you a stat line of a player, and then sometimes, depending on the difficulty of the stat line, I'll tell you the week. All right?
Okay.
Player 1, this is an easy one. 17 rushes, 125 yards, a rushing touchdown, 11 receptions, 112 receiving yards, and a touchdown. No week. Is it A, Todd Gurley, B, Saquon Barkley, or C, Christian McCaffrey? Alex, why don't you start us off?
I'm going to go with Saquon Barkley on this one.
Okay. Siraj?
I'm going to go with Christian McCaffrey just because he's a big part of the receiving game because they have literally no receivers on their team. So
Fair. Dave?
I'll go with Christian McCaffrey as well because I don't remember that time Saquon had 112 receiving yards, but I'm going to be wrong anyway, so.
David, you are correct. It
Wait,
was
what
Christian
the fuck? You on
McCaffrey.
mine too. McCaffrey, asshole.
Yeah, Saquon Barkley never had a game like that in the receiving aspect. But good try. You tried.
Oof.
All right, player 2, 5 receptions, 69 receiving yards, and 3 touchdowns. And 3 touchdowns. AJ Green, Calvin Ridley, or Tyreek Hill. Dave, go first.
AJ Green.
Okay. Siraj?
What were the three options again?
Calvin Ridley, AJ Green, or Tyreek Hill?
I'm going to go with Calvin Ridley.
Alex?
I'm also going to go with Calvin Ridley.
Alex, if you guys didn't know, he was our fantasy football champion, and he sucks today. He's 0 for 2.
Oh, my God.
David was correct.
I knew.
No,
I remember the
AJ
game. I remember
It
that
was
game.
week 2 where AJ Green had that big week.
Because I was playing Chin that week, and you had AJ Green.
Yeah, it was a Monday night game, Thursday night game against the Ravens. All right, player number 3, 396 passing yards, 3 passing touchdowns, and 2 rushing touchdowns. This is week 3. Is it Mahomes, Matt Ryan, or Drew Brees? Siraj, you go first.
I'm going to go with Patty Mahomes because he was on fire throughout most of the season, majority of the beginning of the season as well.
Dave?
I'll go with Drew Brees.
Alex?
Come on, man. You really think Drew Brees can run?
Okay,
I'm going with Pat Mahomes.
go.
No, well, he did have that spin move. Remember
Alex,
that?
you
Remember,
suck.
y'all-
It is Drew
I
Brees.
remember
It is
I'm
Drew
actually an
Brees.
idiot.
Because he
It
was on
is
my
Drew
team.
Brees.
He was on my team that week. I remember.
David, you have 3, Siraj, you have 1, and Alex, who is very confident coming into this, has 0.
These are like the perfect questions for
Wow.
me.
All right, player 4. This is kind of hard. It's week 8. 25 carries, 132 rushing yards, and 2 rushing touchdowns. Is it Zeke, Marlon Mack, or Nick Chubb?
What week was it?
Week 8.
I'm going to go with Marlon Mack.
I'll go with Marlon Mack.
Alex?
I was going to say Marlon
All right,
Mack.
say if
Yeah,
you want to
just
say
say it, you
Marlon
can
Mack,
say
say it.
All right.
I'll
I'll go with
back it up,
Marlon
too.
Mack.
All right, you guys all get a point. It was
Hey.
Marlon Mack. That's good. I thought the Nick Chubb thing would trick you
Come
all
on, crowd.
All right,
Yeah.
player number 5. 10 receptions, 215 receiving yards, and 2 receiving touchdowns. No week. This was easy. Michael Thomas, Tyreek Hill, or Devontae Adams? Alex, go first. Try and redeem yourself.
I'm going to go with Tyreek Hill.
Okay. Siraj?
I'm going with Devontae Adams.
Dave?
I'll go Tyreek.
It is Tyreek.
Against the Rams.
Yep, that was a week against the Rams. That was a good one. So Siraj and Alex have 2, but David, you're 5 for 5.
Maybe I should have won the fantasy league.
Maybe you should have. You started out good, but kind of.
Kind of went to shit.
Let's not talk about that. Hey, how was that Kareem Hunt trade?
Player 6, 19 rushes, 134 rushing yards, and 3 touchdowns, and 47 receiving yards. This is week 4. Is it Kamara, Gurley, or Melvin Gordon? Alex, you seem confident.
It's Melvin Gordon.
Suraj?
I'm gonna go with Melvin Gordon as well.
Dave?
Melvin Gordon.
0 for 3 there. Alex, you
Right.
seemed very confident
way.
there.
Damn,
That was
I
Alvin
was going
Kamara.
because he had Melvin Gordon.
That was
so-
Alvin Kamara against the Giants. Do you remember that game?
I do. I remember that big run he had.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, it was
Alright, I
early.
mean,
Yeah, that makes sense.
Alex, you
Okay.
seemed very confident coming into this, but you're down by 3 with 4 questions to go. So, not looking good. Player 7, 3 receptions, 69 receiving yards, and 2 receiving touchdowns. Also, he had 1 passing touchdown. Is it Mohamed Sanu, Odell Beckham Jr., or Eric Ebron?
What week was this?
This is week 10. Suraj, go.
I'm gonna pass for now. I gotta think. About
Okay,
it.
Dave?
Mohamed Sanu.
Okay, Alex?
I'm going with Mohamed Sanu with a passing touchdown to Matt Ryan.
Okay. Suraj?
Yeah, if it's 3 receptions, it's probably Sanu.
Eric Ebron.
No,
I thought he had
my
an incomplete
God.
pass.
Damn,
What?
bro.
I thought Ebron had the incomplete pass.
No, he had that. He did have a passing touchdown. Alex is coming out. He's all confident. He's like Mohamed Sanu to Matt Ryan. Like no.
Okay.
All right, player 8. This is a kicker. I'm not going to tell you the week. 5 for 5 on field goals and 3 extra points. 22 fantasy points. Fairbairn, Rosas, or Myers?
Myers.
Okay, Alex.
Fairbairn.
Dave.
Fairbairn.
It is Fairbairn.
Damn it to hell.
Myers never makes all that many kicks.
he got 29.
No, there was 1 week where he went off.
29.
Yeah, 20. No.
All right, so Siraj, you are now in last place. Okay. Player 9, or should I say team 9, because it's a defense, 10 points against, three interceptions, 2 forced fumbles, and 2 touchdowns. All of this amounts to 33 fantasy points. Is it the Bears, Chiefs, the Giants, or the Broncos?
I'm gonna go with a hunch here. I'm just gonna complete guess. I'm going with the Giants.
Siraj?
I'm gonna go ahead and go with the Bears.
Alex?
Yep, also the Giants.
Incorrect. It was the Broncos.
Who was that against?
I believe it was against the Raiders.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. All right, so player 10 is worth 3 points. All right?
Okay.
7
I
receptions.
think David still won already.
Oh, he's up by 3, so
Oh.
7 receptions.
Oh. Damn.
Oh no!
Damn.
What are you doing?
Demonetized.
Damn.
All
I
right.
would apologize to all the children out there. Mom, this I'm sorry.
All right, player 10, 7 receptions, 104 yards, 2 touchdowns. This is week 4. Is it? Now, listen, there's a lot of choices because it's hard. Marvin Jones, Chris Godwin, Taylor Gabriel, Cooper Kupp, Mike Williams, or John Brown.
What week was this?
Week 4.
John Brown. John Brown. I'm
John
going
Brown.
Brown.
Alex, what do you say? Make it a comeback?
I
Yes
have
or
to go
no?
with my gut. Cooper Kupp.
John Brown.
Incorrect. You all got it wrong, so you all get a second chance. Gabriel, Kupp, Jones, Godwin, Williams, or Brown? Mike Williams, that is.
Well, Brown. Okay. Brown's already guessed.
Yeah, well, Brown, Kupp, and
Brown and Cup. That's it.
yeah, Brown and Kupp were guessed.
What were the other options?
So it's Gabriel, Marvin Jones, Chris Godwin, or Mike Williams.
Marvin
What
Jones.
week is it?
Week 4.
Chris
Marvin
Godwin.
Jones.
Chris Godwin.
No.
No.
Marvin Jones.
No
It
way.
was Taylor Gabriel.
Damn it.
What?
I tried to give you all a second shot, but I mean, you just
This is so
shit
bad.
the
I
bed
thought
again.
Taylor Gabriel had like that breakout game like later.
No,
I think it was
96.
week 4.
Oh, was
I
that
think
the...
I'm pretty sure he only had 2 touchdowns all year, and they came in that one game.
Damn.
You guys suck. So final score: David had 6, Alex 3, and Siraj
Third place.
2.
Was that the game that Trubisky had like 5?
It could have been week
touchdowns?
4.
Oh
that
yeah.
sounds
Actually,
right.
no, I think that was.
That sounds right. Let me check. But now we're going to be moving on to our division round recap.
Yes, sir.
So the first game of the division round was the Chiefs versus the Colts. Alex, who was your player of the game for that game?
I gotta say Travis Kelce.
Ooh, okay.
Pretty much tore apart the Colts defense.
Mm-hmm.
Really exposed them. Him paired with Damian Williams, who was the first 100-yard rusher against the Colts all season.
It's a good
really put the pass and rush attack against the Colts.
And just to interject here, it was Trubisky's 6 touchdown week that Gabriel had that game. Siraj, thoughts on the game?
I mean, I thought the Chiefs, obviously, they dominated.
Yeah.
And it just shows Mahomes' MVP caliber. And, yeah, I mean, whatever. It was a blowout. So, like,
Yeah, the Colts they definitely took a while to get going. They had 0 first downs until the end of the second half, so
yeah,
couldn't really get
that's
going.
ridiculous.
And then in the second half, their defense played well. They only gave up like 7 points in the second half.
Garbage time touchdown at T.Y.
Also,
Yeah.
the fact that they're playing in Arrowhead, I don't see them winning that
Yeah.
game in the first place.
Yeah, I mean, Luck had opportunity after opportunity. Their defense played well in the second half, but he couldn't come through.
Yeah, I just didn't see
They
that.
were a
Like,
red
I
hot
didn't
team
see
coming
that.
in.
Yeah, I didn't see that Colts team that played the Texans. Honestly, that
Yeah.
came out
Yeah.
in that game. They
Yeah.
weren't playing like the same type of football.
I think the theme of division round weekend was like we forgot how good the 1 and 2 seeds were.
Yeah.
Very
Like
true.
everyone's like, recency bias. Everyone thought the wild card winners were really good. Like the Chargers, a lot of people picked the Chargers to win.
Chargers
but
really shit the
We,
bed
we
there.
see how that worked out.
Well, we'll discuss that soon.
Yeah, that's actually a good transition.
Yeah.
So Chargers, Philip Rivers is what he did understandable.
Philip.
I hate Philip.
I can see where he's coming from, getting frustrated like that, but he's a veteran and he's supposed to be a leader on the team, and after every play, putting your hands up and like blaming it on your offensive line or running backs and getting frustrated, like I get it, you're down by that much, but you're supposed to be the bright side of your team and supposed to carry your team to victory as a quarterback and as a veteran.
Yeah, I completely agree. I feel like, someone who's in the MVP discussion for some of the season shouldn't really be, showing his emotion like that. He should be more focused on getting his team back, being a team leader, and somewhat unprofessional.
Yeah, and
on
like
his part.
honestly, if you're looking at the rest of their team, or like Keenan Allen, like none of them were getting as frustrated as Philip Rivers, and of course it's different because he's the quarterback and stuff. But again, his job is to lead their team, and he's like 37 years old. Like
He's old.
He's a veteran. He should
Yeah.
be there to support this team, not yell at them after every single play.
And when the leader of your team, the quarterback, the veteran, acts like that, it kind of sends a message of panic
Yeah.
to the rest of the team.
Exactly.
So that's
It's
not
like
good.
seeing basically our captain just getting really mad. So obviously we have to get mad and not try anymore.
Yeah.
I
That
gotta
kinda
say though,
showed.
what about that Pats D? They were dominant on all fronts.
They were good. I
running
mean,
D
I think
and
the
passing
problem
D.
is that like the you can't let the Pats get ahead of you
Yeah.
in general by multiple possessions. The chances of you coming back are so low, especially with Brady in the playoffs, and and yeah, I think that once they were keeping up. It was like 7-7. They got that big Keenan Allen play, and then it just
Fell apart.
shot downhill.
I think Stephon Gilmore is the best corner in the league right now. I think he shut down Keenan Allen. I mean, like he had like
Yeah,
4
he did.
receptions.
He
for
had,
6
like,
yards,
he
but
had
that was
a couple
garbage
big
time.
plays.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
garbage
Well,
time.
no, but he did get burned that one play.
Yeah, I mean,
Keenan
one play,
Allen
but I
fucking-
mean,
no,
I think
he got
was
his
a
ankle.
miscommunication.
It was
It
ankle.
happens.
Yeah. Oh, I do
That
remember that one
was-
play
that
now.
was-
But I think he's amazing in what he's been doing this week. But going back to Rivers, I mean, I think it kind of is understandable in a way because like, what do you want him to do? Like his team is just not showing up. Like missed assignments on the offensive line. Receivers seem to be like a lot of miscommunication there. I think in a way it's understandable, and he's just passionate, and he really just wants to win.
I can
against
see
the
it, I can see how it's understandable, but it's not something that you do and you show directly on the field, and it's something that I think he should be showing either on the sideline or like not showing it, but telling them that he's frustrated. Showing it on the sideline or in the locker room. He shouldn't be like getting up after every play, yelling at his players, yelling at his offensive line, because that's just gonna make things worse. It's
To
fighting
play
fire with
devil's
fire.
advocate, it is his first time in the playoffs in a
Yeah.
while. So there's got to be a lot of emotion there. It's
Yeah,
really
and-
tough to like see your team get demolished.
I think after a lot of possessions, he was on the sideline just barking at the referees.
Oh,
Like, he was
yeah.
just
Yeah.
he was
He-
ripping them
And
apart.
honestly, I don't blame him. There's a stat, he had the highest pressure face, which is 70.6%, which
Yeah,
is
there was
ridiculous.
that one roughing the passer
Yeah,
call. Like there was a flag thrown, and
yeah.
then like he just took a big hit after that, and he didn't like that. He thought it should have been a 15-yard penalty.
I can see where his anger is coming from, but again, he's a leader on the team, and I don't know if that's the best thing to do to get your team back on track.
I mean, it's very understandable, just to be upset at that situation. But you see, like, the greats, we don't see Brady go off like that. We don't see, like, Manning Peyton Manning go off like that. We didn't see
Eli
Breeze.
too. Eli too, man. Come
Eli,
on.
yeah, that's very
Two
true.
Super
Hey, yeah,
Bowls.
hey,
Yeah,
two
two
Super
Super Bowl
Bowls ago.
MVPs.
Patriots.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and the greats, they keep their composure. They know like that if they fall apart, the team falls apart, and you can't let that happen.
And honestly, like, yeah, I think that's also shown through Drew Brees this week. Like, of course, they didn't play as well as they wanted to.
Keeping his
and
composure.
He kept his composure, and they ended up winning the game. So,
Yeah. Rams Cowboys. C.J. Anderson. How about it?
he came to
That's
play.
like
Come to play.
a-
I mean, he cut by I
that
think
was-
2 teams this year.
Wow. Pickup of the year by the Rams.
Pickup of the year.
Yeah, their running game is
I want
ridiculous.
to say,
now.
why do you think they gave all the carries? Not all the carries, but a good amount of the carries. It's awkward. Why do you think? Why do you think they gave a good amount of the carries? I think Anderson might have had more than Gurley. Is it because Gurley's injured, or they just want to rest him? I mean, is
Yeah,
it rest?
I don't think they would rest in the playoffs, but I think Gurley is feeling it a little bit with that knee injury. He said it was bugging him from the beginning of the season.
I think he said it was 100% though.
Yeah, no, I mean, honestly, the fact that C.J. Anderson was playing that well, I think.
Yeah.
It was like Derrick Henry, his massive game. He got started and he didn't stop. And
I mean, if he's hot, just give him the
feeding
ball.
him, Yeah.
Yeah. He had 23 carries and Gurley had 16.
Yeah.
So
He provided inspiration for 5'8" fat guys everywhere.
Very true.
is he really
Maybe
5'8"?
Yeah, he's
maybe
5'8",
one
yeah.
day they too can play in the NFL.
He's a bowling
He was
ball.
a beast.
Yeah.
He was cooking.
Yeah, I mean, Dak had a decent game.
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
was decent.
he's leading the league in playoff yards. I'm not sure how much that means,
yard.
but by 1 yard. Yeah, the top 4 playoff passing yard leaders are all out of the playoffs.
Well, makes
So-
sense.
We
Well,
haven't seen a lot of
honestly,
They throw the
shootouts.
ball in garbage time.
Yeah, it
I
is.
think this just shows that like the Cowboys aren't much without their running game. Like they
Yeah,
got
Zeke did
shut
bad.
down.
He had
Yeah.
They literally got
2.3
shut
yards a
down.
carry.
Exactly. That's for Zeke. That's awful.
Yeah, and I think
and pretty much nothing in the receiving game
Yeah,
as well.
exactly.
I mean,
Yeah.
Amari
Couldn't
Cooper had like
utilize
1 or
him.
2 big plays, but
yeah, so did Gallup. But I think they need to get Dak in space more often. I mean, he's
Yeah.
a great runner. Only good things happen when Dak's like outside the pocket, and,
And
they didn't
I didn't
do
see
that.
that. I didn't see them doing that throughout the season.
Yeah.
And like now you see against the Seahawks, man, he was killing it in the run game.
And then this past game, only 2 carries.
Yeah.
And he had a touchdown on one of them. But I think he's being underutilized.
I think remember I don't know if I'm right, but like coming out of college, Dak was supposed to be like a more of a mobile kind of
Oh,
guy.
definitely.
Yeah.
Mississippi
Yeah.
State, all they did was run
Yeah.
with him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What I noticed in the Cowboys is they usually dominate the time of possession. Against the Rams, they did not. The Rams had the ball most of the game. They controlled it with the passing and running game.
Yeah. It was 36-24. So
Yeah, that's
pretty good there. All right. So last game, I think the best game, we would all say.
Definitely.
Yeah, Saints Eagles. Nick Foles scored twice in the first 10 minutes and then didn't score for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
Saints defense really figured him out there. I think Drew Brees, he had a good game. He got off to a rough start with that interception, but really, like you said, like the greats, when they're down, they keep their
yeah,
composure.
and the great quarterbacks they have short-term memory, and that's something that Philip Rivers just didn't have in that game.
Yeah.
you saw like at last play, right? Alshon Jeffrey dropped the pass.
Yeah, exactly.
Nick Foles is right there, just give him support.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Nick Foles didn't win the game, and he should be upset, but like he didn't show it, and
Yeah.
I think that was very professional of him.
Yeah.
I gotta say, do you guys think Nick Foles will be a starting NFL quarterback next year?
I was just going to say that. I like him on the Jaguars. I heard there was a lot of buzz between that this week.
I honestly don't think Nick Foles wants to leave Philly.
You
Why
also-
not,
you also-
though?
I can't see him
Don't-
leaving
Uh,
Philly.
don't
he
you wanna
says he
play?
wants to lead an NFL team, and Doug
Really?
Peterson says he commits to Wentz.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you have to,
I mean, he's
especially
a guess.
just because of
Yeah.
his age.
It's Wentz.
It's like it's tough.
Wentz was amazing.
But then
during
he
that
tore his
MVP
ACL.
MVP
Yeah,
phase.
during
Tore
that
his
MVP
ACL.
run.
It changed everything. Like literally,
Yeah.
his game. He's so scared if you see him.
Yeah,
play.
he
Yeah.
is. I
He
agree.
gets scared.
Yeah.
He twitches. It's so weird to see him play now.
Yeah.
And you never see him go out of the pocket anymore. Like
Yeah.
he's trying to be like Nick Foles and just stay in the pocket, go through quick slants to like Alshon and stuff. But it's not his game. And like I think Philly needs to kind of force him to get back into that rhythm, because when they were running some read option stuff. His like MVP season. When everyone thought he was gonna win MVP.
Yeah.
And
I mean, it's understandable
Yeah,
that he's a little worried.
You saw it happen with RG3 too. The
Yeah.
same thing. I mean, not the same level. We'll see if it's the same level. But
Yeah.
He's got a whole summer to recover. So
yeah,
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah.
I like
Hopefully-
Foles on the Jags because I think the Jags are a quarterback away.
Yeah.
I mean, they still have a good defense.
No, their defense is very.
They didn't play
solid.
great.
I personally see the Jags getting Joe Flacco.
That would be
it's a
interesting.
possibility.
I don't really see.
I can't see him leave. I don't think he wants to leave.
I think he does.
I think
I
he
think-
has to.
Did you see them
now.
on the
Seeing his
sideline?
emotions.
He
Yeah,
was,
I
he was
know.
upset, but
they
I
just
think
wouldn't talk to one another.
Yeah, I know.
Like it's weird. Is Joe Flacco that much of an upgrade over Blake Bortles?
yes,
I know Blake's bad, but is Flacco that much
I
better?
think so.
Yeah.
I think
It's a
Flacco,
somewhat of an upgrade.
Flacco,
I think it's
Yeah.
enough to
Flacco,
pay him. They
Flacco
might
also
want to
has
give
a
a
clutch
chance to the guy.
factor.
Yeah,
like,
I think
Sorry.
Foles should be their number one, and then if they can't get Foles, maybe go to Flacco,
Mm-hmm.
or maybe hopefully Eli's off the Giants and maybe they'll go with him.
Yeah.
I think Michael Thomas is the best receiver in the league after that game. It seems that every time the Saints need a first down, like a 3rd and 15, he always gets the ball. He had, I think, 12 receptions, over 150 yards or whatever. I think he's great.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah, I
it-
mean, like, I think the sorry, my bad.
No, you
I
go.
think the only person who was like kind of like competing with him was AB, but we saw how that turned out.
I would say Hopkins is
Yeah,
number 2.
Hopkins.
But the thing,
is
like-
definitely there. But Hopkins is also the same thing. Like on a 3rd and like 15, if they need him, he's gonna go up there and get it with one hand and
Yeah,
bring it
but
down.
he doesn't get open as much as
Yeah,
Thomas.
yeah,
I mean, he doesn't get the receptions or the targets that Thomas does. I mean, I think Hopkins probably has better hands. I think he had 0 drops the whole
Yeah.
year. But I still think Thomas is just like when you need a first down, you're gonna throw him the
Yeah.
ball, and he's just always there.
I mean, he just like completely took over that game. You see, like people say like the Eagles' offense just went out. I see like the defense was just like gas because like the Saints had like 2 drives that were each like 10 minutes long. They had, like,
Also injuries that game.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
Bennett.
So many
Wait,
injuries.
Bennett
Cox
didn't
got
get
hurt
injured.
But like they were,
Cox got hurt,
yeah,
and he's
they were
a
like,
big part.
yeah.
He's a very large part of their defense,
Yeah.
and also, I mean, going into the playoffs itself, their secondary was pretty much.
Oh, it was
just
terrible all
destroyed.
year. Yeah.
Destroyed.
I mean, LeBlanc had a decent game. He had the interception.
Decent, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But he was
Avante
like the
Collins
only.
had a good game.
Yeah.
He was really the only
Yeah.
bright spot, I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah. So next week, or in a few days actually, we have the Pats traveling to Arrowhead to play the Chiefs, and they say it's going to be like an Arctic chill. It's going to be really cold, like under
I mean,
under
I
5
honestly
degrees.
don't see that affecting Brady.
Under 5 degrees is pretty cold.
I
don't
Brady's
see
used to
that.
playing in
Yeah,
the cold.
Yeah, Brady's Foxborough is
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty damn cold.
I think it's going to be a run-heavy game.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
They have to.
especially with the Pats.
Yeah, we're gonna
Yeah.
see
Yeah.
a lot out of James White. And
Yeah.
Damian
Sony
Williams.
Michel.
And Sony. Yeah.
Sony had a big game.
Sony did have a big game last week. Even Sexy Rexy.
He got a touchdown. Yeah,
Sexy
he
Rexy.
punched it in for 15, I think.
Yeah, I do like Rex. I mean, I think the Pats are going to win personally. Like, I can't bet against the Pats after what I saw last week.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone was so high on the Chargers, and the Pats just
Dominated them.
dominated that
Literal
game. The
domination.
Chargers are a good team. They were 12-4. They were going to get the 1 seed at one point. I mean, the Chargers aren't a bad team.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, the only concern I would have is like the Patriots. They were at Foxborough, so maybe it's gonna
Yeah, yeah, and statistics wise, I mean, Brady obviously hasn't played in many away playoff
Yeah,
games.
he's
because
usually the 1
'cause
seed.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
usually 1 seed. But if Brady wins this away playoff game, he ties Mark Sanchez for most away playoff wins with 4. So
really?
yeah, seriously.
No, he doesn't.
Seriously, look it up right
Oh my
now.
God.
No way.
Seriously, look it up.
That's actually crazy.
That's not counting the Super Bowl though, because the Super
Yeah,
Bowl is
obviously.
okay. I think Gronk's gonna have a big game.
Really?
Wow.
I think this is his quote unquote farewell game. I don't think he's coming back, and I think this is his game to be like, all right, this is my last one. I'm gonna get us to the Super Bowl, and then I'm gonna go in the WWE or whatever he's gonna do. He's
I
gonna have his own
personally,
TV
I personally
show.
disagree. I think that the Patriots have been using Gronk really well in the run game.
Yeah,
the
I
blocking
agree.
Schemes,
Yeah.
and I think they're going to continue to do that. I say minimum 2 targets, but
Minimum
no,
or maximum?
minimum, but
Okay.
no big game out of them.
I think he'll have like 4 for 60 and a touchdown. I do. I think he's definitely not the same. I mean, and that's obvious.
I think that if the Patriots are able to establish their run game, the Chiefs
It's
have
over.
no shot.
Yeah.
Because the Patriots last week, they established their run game. They did run. They did run, play action, and then they got the Chargers defense, which is a decent defense. Literally like every single drive. The Patriots only punted like I think once or twice that whole game. And then the one of the punts that they punted got muffed, and they were
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
it's-
yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
I mean, I think the Chiefs have a good running game too. I
Yeah.
think their running
Yeah.
games are equal. The Pats O-line did do a great job, but I think the Chiefs O-line is equally as good.
Honestly, I think the Chiefs losing Kareem Hunt really just really destroy their season.
I think exactly the opposite.
I
I
also
think
think
you
the
look at Damian Williams and what Spencer Ware came in. You wouldn't be able to tell the difference. Like their numbers wise, they get similar numbers. I mean, Williams, what he had like 25 for 140. Like, I mean, that's like the same thing that Kareem Hunt would have gotten. Sure, like he's not probably as dynamic in the passing game, but I think as a runner, they're equal. I think he's a system RB just like Lev.
Yeah.
It's another conversation.
For another
So
podcast.
what are your feelings on C.J. Anderson and Todd Gurley? Do you think Todd Gurley is another system running back, or?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I mean, system running backs are tough because I think most of the running game is the offensive line. But when you look at like a guy like Saquon, who I think is the best running back in the league,
I agree.
Like he's doing this, he's putting up great numbers. He's impossible to take down in open field, and he's doing it without a good offensive line.
And with a bum
Saquon,
quarterback.
CMC,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
in the receiving game.
yeah. I
He's
mean,
also a big part.
definitely. I mean, a huge part of a good running back nowadays is if they can pass catch.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's a
what-
passing league.
it
They have
definitely
to
it is a
catch.
passing league.
I mean, to be completely honest, we're
yeah,
not really
love it.
seeing that out of Damian Williams, but it doesn't matter. His ground game has been
Yeah.
incredible this
And they have
season.
so many other options. I mean, Sammy Watkins is back after he missed some time, and he looked pretty good. And then Tyreek, who's just an animal, and Kelsey, best tight end in the
No
game.
one can cover it.
Oh yeah, definitely. I feel like he could if he like went all out. He could have a 250-yard game.
Yeah.
He's that type of guy. So predictions: I have the Pats winning 24-21. Dave, what do you got?
I have the Chiefs winning 31-28.
Wow.
Yeah, I have Pats 27-17.
Yeah.
I got Chiefs 43-40.
They're
I
gonna
think
score
it's
all
gonna-
that
Wow.
points
I
in
don't-
the
I can't-
cold.
I think so.
I mean,
don't
that
think they're
last
gonna
time they
throw
played, they
that
scored a lot.
I think
Yeah.
it happens again.
All right, that's fair. Rams Saints. I think the storyline is, can the Saints stop the Rams running game? And I think they can. I think the question is like, will Jared Goff have what it takes? I think they're going to get down early, and I don't trust Goff whatsoever.
I mean, they have the receivers. Cooks and Woods are.
Even
are
Reynolds
looking
is not
I mean,
bad.
even if the Rams do get to a good start, I think the Saints can definitely come back.
Yeah.
After what they did to the Eagles,
man. Like,
to the
I
to the
don't see them
Steelers.
losing at this point.
It's
They're,
crazy.
they're red hot too.
Yeah.
At home too.
Yeah. In
Yeah.
the Superdome.
They haven't
that's-
lost a
that's
single playoff
tough-
game.
That is a tough.
Drew Brees has never
matchup.
lost a single playoff game at home.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, nice stats here.
I think Saints are winning probably 31-28.
How do you think Anderson and Gurley are going to do?
I think Gurley's gonna get majority of touches, but I think that he's gonna get off to a good start. Probably get like 2 big runs or something, and then I think the Saints are gonna figure him out at the second half.
Yeah, I think so too. I think their D-line is amazing. Alex?
I do like the Rams over the Saints this week, even though
Wow.
I don't think Gurley's going to have too big of a game. The Saints D-line is incredible, as Max said earlier, but I think Goff does it through the air.
Wow.
Wow, that's
Like he
bold.
did against Kansas City.
I think it's all going to come down to if the Rams defense can stop the Saints running game. If they can stop
Yeah.
the chains from moving, if they can somehow stop Michael Thomas, I think the Rams
Just
could
got to
win.
contain him.
That's a
I
big
think-
somehow.
I think that,
Does the Rams defense from last year and earlier this season show up, or does the Rams defense from a couple weeks ago show up?
Yeah, their secondary's been a big question mark.
I have a
It's-
bold prediction for this
what?
game. I think Benjamin Watson's gonna go off.
Okay.
He's
What
gonna go
the?
off.
This is last year.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
it could be another like Gronk thing.
Gronk thing, yeah.
Maybe.
No, I think Gerald Everett goes on.
I had him in DraftKings Daily Fantasy and had 0 last week, so I hate that guy.
2 targets, 0 receptions.
I'm going with Tyler Higbee
2
this
goal
week.
line targets, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going with Tyler Higbee this week. I like that guy. He's in my flex, actually. You know,
I think Traquan Smith has a big game.
I like Traquan
He's
Smith.
good at home. Yeah,
Yeah.
he gets it done.
I mean, also Ted Ginn's there. I like Ted Ginn too.
Yeah, they've been incorporating Ted Ginn a lot in their past.
He got a lot of targets. I'm pretty sure last
Yeah.
week. Yeah.
I think he had a drop or something. I think he had a drop.
Yeah. Also, like Kamara's been
Yeah.
He-
okay.
he-
He,
he
got
had
off
a
to a
bad
hot
game.
start.
I think
when Ingram was
they
hot.
need to establish that, and then they'll be set. Like I think that's game over.
Like
if
with
they're
the
able
first
to-
few weeks in the season, Kamara was a top 3 running back, and he kind of fell off when Ingram got back. I really hope the Saints don't re-sign Ingram, so we can really see what Kamara does by himself. You know?
I mean, you also have to consider Aaron Donald is playing in the game. We saw how
That is
big
true.
of an impact Fletcher Cox had on Drew Brees until he got injured, and then Drew Brees came back. So, can Drew Brees handle the pressure? Can the Saints O-line prevent some sacks from happening?
I mean, Aaron Donald's a great player and all, but like the Rams' run defense isn't that good. I mean, like, they're towards the bottom of the league. Like even though
Not
Donald,
run deep, like pass
Donald's
rush.
probably defensive player of the year, their run defense isn't there. I mean, they signed a bunch of guys like Sue, and then they picked up I think Dante Fowler. They can't really get it together. They contain Zeke, so maybe they're starting to figure it out. But I don't know.
Zeke's a tough one to contain. But they also don't have the Cowboys didn't have a lot of passing.
Yeah, I mean, they had to pass a lot, but they couldn't really get it done because they were down so much. All right, thank you guys so much for listening to episode 1 of No BS. Make sure to subscribe to us on YouTube or wherever you find your podcasts.
Also follow us on Instagram. And also let us know what you think. Feedback would
Yeah, leave a
help
comment,
lot.
definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
favorite sections in the